All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. It is Friday. It's Black Friday. It's the 26th of 2021, November. It's 8:05 here Central Time in Florida, where I live anyways. I'm not on the East Coast. Don't forget, today we are closing the markets at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's 12 o'clock here Central Time. And I think that's really early for you guys out in California. So, anyways, short day. We're waking up with a little bit of red in the markets. I say a little bit. I think we were down over 100 points last night. Um, this action, listen, guys, like we've been through this plenty of times over the last several years. I think every single time, knock on wood, we'll see. We'll see. I hope I don't jinx myself, but literally, almost every time we've had a big down day, it's usually one of my best days. Um, this kind of stuff should not scare you. Matter of fact, what it should do is kind of excite you. There's opportunity that's given to us only every once in a while. It's amazing what traders go through, right? We always looking for things cheaper, but when they come to us, we tend to get fearful. Just look at today as a virtual Black Friday sell. I mean, seriously. So my wife is out, my kids are out shopping, and here I am sitting in my office in the morning. I'm missing out on that, but I feel like this is a great opportunity potentially in the stock market. Now, day one of a big pullback, so a little bit of disclaimer here. Day one of a big pullback, I don't typically like to go all in. So my type of trading today will probably be a little bit smaller. Now, I am lucky enough to be coming into the market with most of my positions in the green. And I'm going to go over some of those because I think they still could be good trades for today. So before we get started, you guys know I love the ES futures. Remember, guys, if you don't trade the ES futures, that's okay. The ES, for every 10 points, you get $1 in the SPY. Okay. So basically, if you're looking at a target here and I go over targets, for every 10 points is $1. And if you think about it, if I have like a trigger long and my target's 20 points away on the ES, that's about $2 in the SPY. Okay. All right. So here we are. This is the blueprint that I've been sharing for quite some time, I think like over the last 2 weeks or so. You can see that price is pushed up right into our upper targets, and yesterday, during that little half a day session, we pushed right up into the resistance line. Okay, this resistance line is also part of the trendy edge. And when price is underneath the trendy edge, it's supply basically, and it's resistance. So we look for price to resist here and reject. And I went ahead and gave you guys a morning note yesterday. You can see that price pushed up here, it rejected. Okay, it broke through the neutral, and back when we started this blueprint, we hit all sides. Okay, not only did we hit the upper targets, but now we've hit the lower targets as well. Let me go ahead and open this up for you so you could see. So the blueprint itself started back here. Okay, so this blueprint was here. We looked for an entry here on this green box. We pushed up very nicely. We double topped, we pulled back, we made a new high. Then we just kind of consolidate here. And then last night, after we hit the trendy edge right here, we pulled back to this lower target. So back when we first started this, it was, if this, then that. If price breaks over the green box, we're going long into these upper targets. If price were to break below, we're looking for this target here. So again, we hit all targets, top and bottom now. This is nice because my allocation, like I said, is about 95% cash. I'm sitting pretty small coming into today. Small is perspective. Um, so I have pretty good size positions, but again, for my portfolio, overall, pretty small. Okay. So what can we expect for today? Well, to me, I'm always looking at the trajectory of something. And you could see here, like this pullback itself is pretty sharp. And I get excited when I see that type of stuff. I really do. So this looks like a V recovery in the making. All right. Anytime we get a move of this magnitude to the downside, this sharp move, we're looking for a pretty sharp snapback. Now, it doesn't have to move all the way back up here. But we have seen in 2021 and even in 2020 that when given these opportunities, they have worked out very, very well. Timing is the factor here. So, open up your mind, be patient, and don't expect it to happen immediately. Just buy a little bit of time, go a little bit smaller, a little bit of confirmation. I could look to add in, and I'm going to show you those levels I'll be looking at today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Fibonacci, okay, and I'm going to go from this move down. So I'm just going to place that fib right here around the trendy edge, and I'm going to come down. Okay, right there. Now these two levels here are very important to us. Notice how prices picked up and then went into that 23.6. That's what this is, by the way. This is that first level that bulls need to get back over. Now bears do not want price to start moving over that 38.2. Okay, if price gets above there, we have a higher probability of this V starting to work out for us. Okay, now far as today, my expected range, okay, and it could change, but for right now, let's go ahead and look at the divergence between price and this cloud. Okay, so roughly about 46.60 is a possible upside target. So current price is at 46.27, folks. That's about $3 in the SPY. Okay, so when we open up, I'm trying to think, do I want to do some zero DTEs or do I want to possibly put on some butterflies? Okay, so maybe directional, maybe butterflies. We'll see how I feel when the market opens. If for some reason the market, rejects on open, the biggest thing I want you to concentrate on today, it doesn't matter what chart you're looking at, folks. This is all the same. Okay, pattern recognition, you're going to find this on most charts today. If it does not take out the low, then I do think that we continue higher through the mid session of today. But again, a short day. Okay, so my levels for today, 46.60 expected to the upside, and downside, I would expect it to stay above 46.05. Okay. So those are my two levels for the ES futures. And again, this is my vehicle for the entire market. So again, if we start to bid here and buyers step in, then I think we're going to see a nice little push in the market. Okay, I don't care about what's happening. I want to ignore the news. I'm just looking at technicals. All right, so what about those trades that I have that are working out very well? Well, I have PFE. Let's go ahead and take a look here. This is your blueprint that I gave you. And this is, we took the trade based off of this. And I'm looking for a move into 55.41. Okay, so let's go into a weekly, a little bit of higher time frame. We had this nice little cup, a little bit of pullback. This topping wick here said, hey, just kind of pump the brakes for a bit. We trimmed out of the position, still holding the core position and looking for the move again into these upper targets. You can see right now price is up just roughly underneath $4. And again, the bigger level here is right here around 55.50 or so. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at there. 55.41, sorry, 55.41. Now, far as that open, let's go to a smaller time frame. So I'm going to put you on a 5-minute. All right, and the reason why I'm doing this is I'm looking at the gap up. Okay, so we're going to look at this gap up. And what I want you to do is take some fibs. You're going to place it on this bottom wick down here into the pivot high. Okay. And far as today's support, see how price is bouncing off even during the pre-market? We want this box right here to hold. All right. So this box, the numbers are 53.57 by 52.97. Basically, if this holds today, I'm looking for price to continue to move up towards 55.41. If you're not in this, this is a pretty big move for PFE. I mean, again, folks, almost $4 here. So almost 10%, matter of fact. So I would expect price to reach into this red box, but I would not be buying in here. That's just me. I would be, trimming and closing in here. And then if we get a nice little pullback, we'll buy for the bigger picture. But this is just for my current position that I'm talking about right now. Okay. All right. So the next one that I want to go over is Chewy. Even COVID, when it was a big deal before, those stay at home, Etsy. We also have Etsy. These type of stocks here. they move a little bit. And you can see here we're up about a buck on Chewy. I gave different layers of options for this. I'm in two different sets. And what I'm looking for here, let's go ahead and go to a daily. Just bear with me for a second. All right, this is the chart. You can see the trendy levels on here. We found support right at the trendy edge, okay? And we understand this is demand or support, okay? Whatever you want to call it. Hey, baby, good morning. All right. I love you too. All right. There's my not my oldest, my middle, right? It's funny, right? We're looking at Chewy, she's dog sitting. So anyways, we came down into this level of support. We found that, and price is starting to move back up. And what I'm looking for, pre-market is where this orange line is. And let me go ahead and just zoom in for you guys so you can see a little bit better. So we're looking, we're right here. Okay, so there's this divergence. We had a buy area, which is the trendy edge. This is where we're looking to buy. And then the divergence is between this edge and the cloud. So that right there. All right, so this is the first target that we're going to be looking for, which comes in at around, give me 1 second here. I apologize. So at around 70 bucks. Okay, so probably just right before that is where I'd be looking at trimming. All right. All right, as far as today is concerned, though, I'd like to see price stay above $67, and that's on Chewy. All right, let's go ahead and move down here. So I also have some Etsy. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, this was a great trade on Friday. I keep thinking the other day was Friday. On Wednesday, we had a great trade. I've actually pushed this out on Twitter as well. I'm pretty sure. This is my blueprint. It's pretty straightforward. Um, you know, I think this is very easy to read. We have entry on reclaim. I took it at the lower end of this box. Okay. And we talk about that here at Trendy Trading, kind of give you some insight. I like to wait for a reclaim, but I also like to take advantage if we're all the way deep inside the box. So that's what I did. And these contracts did very well again on Wednesday. And now we're just starting to push out. So because I did well, what I wanted to do was roll into spreads. So I bought calls and then sold calls against that. What I'm looking for though is price to move into or around 322. Okay, timing is the variable. So buying time, current price right here, 296 by 305. Okay, so we pushed up $8 here this morning. Okay, so not a bad trade at all so far. All right. All right, moving on down here. Let's see. I do also have some F, which is going to be down, which is Ford. Okay. And you can see here it's at 1971. It's down about 54 cents. Listen, it's just consolidating in this area about some time. You could see here, as long as the 1930, 1925 area is holding, I'm still expecting price to push up here towards 23 and a half. All right, and that's Ford. Again, I think today serves as a really big opportunity in the market. It is day one. I just want to mention that again. A lot of times, you like to give the market at least 2 to 3 days. So if I'm looking for a bounce today, it's just to have fun and, maybe do some zero DTEs and manage the trades that I currently have on. Okay. Now, do you guys have anything out there that you want me to look at? If not, then, I would say just relax, right? We still have about 12 more minutes. I hope all of you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Just to kind of give you a little bit of, hey, what did you do? I just hung out with family. It was a good time. A little bit of wine, a little bit of bourbon, and some awesome food. So really, really had a great time. With my Thanksgiving. I hope you did too. I do have to share a joke with you. One of our members here who also lives right here in the same area in Florida, I sent him a text this morning and I want to share it with you. I'll keep the cuss words out. It, I said, hey man, life is good. And this is exactly what he did before the weekend started. I said, the weather is hot and sunny, not a chance of cold. You rent a condo on the beach. You fish, right? All these things actually happen. You hug and kiss the family. You get prepared for Black Friday. Friday comes. It's cold as hell here in Florida. I'm not making this up. It's cloudy. It's windy. And the market basically it has a micro crash. So no fishing, right? The kids, you're like, okay, leave me alone right now. I got to concentrate. It's amazing. Welcome to 2021. I feel like, that's just like exactly how this year on and off has went. And looking back, it's just like you have to laugh about it. You have to have a little bit of humor. Don't take these pullbacks so serious. I think mature traders who have been around for quite some time, we look at this as an opportunity. I hope you're looking at it for an opportunity. We have some amazing levels that we use. You can see that every time I post my charts out here on Twitter, or even, with you guys here in the room. We try to make these as simple as possible. We have an amazing deal going on too, and this is for our members as well. And so it's incredible. So look at what you are paying now, and look at that Black Friday sale, folks. It's a huge savings, and guess what? It's going to stay there for you. And I really appreciate you here. That's my thank you. I wanted these sales this year to be something that you look at and it's nostalgic. It's like, I remember that. That was a giveaway. And I really want you guys to be able to experience that too. Now, some of you just won't change it just because, I've had some of you guys reach out and go, nope, I want to pay you this. So I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Let's have an amazing day. We're going to do great. And I look forward to opening up. There is one more name, though, I do want to talk about, and that's Amazon. All right. So let's pull up Amazon really quick. All right, so where's Amazon? We're up $34, folks. Now, I do love Amazon here. I really do. I like it longer term. Um, Also, by the way, I decided we're going to open up the other channel, the one that we call like intraday trading. So again, those are all my brokerage alerts. Those are going to open up after this weekend. So I said after Thanksgiving, but we're going to wait until Monday to open that channel back up. So we'll be opening that back up. And basically, my alerts are straight from my API. So as soon as I take something, everybody gets to see it. It's exact time, exact price. There's no, confusion. We're being as transparent as possible. So, but this Amazon trade, this consolidation, we've already shown that we want to make newer highs. Um, Let me just, this is like a little bit of my gut speaking to you. I've been trading for quite some time, and the holidays are probably the hardest. And I told my team this, and I've told my team this year after year. Do not get into this idea that just because you go to the mall, or just because all your neighbors are using Apple or Netflix or whatever the case may be, don't feel like you have to go run out and buy these stocks or buy options, folks. If you're using what you see in your day-to-day life, typically that's not a great technical indicator, right? That's just like a feeling, and those can really hurt you sometimes. I want you to really concentrate on the technicals, okay? So despite whether you're buying a ton of Amazon and so are all your friends, I want you to look at this chart. Okay, this is a weekly chart. It's basically just sideways. If I were to draw a big box on this, let me go ahead and show you and just kind of come across right there. You can see that prices, for the most part, stayed in here. And when we had that pullback, so this was our blueprint. We did very well. I did very well on this, and you guys probably saw that. I bought options for about $3,400, and they went to about $7,000 a piece or so. Um, it came up and hit, this area, pulled back, and here we are right back at the box, right? Now, if you think about the things that are circulating out there about COVID, it makes you think, okay, well, people are going to stay in and they're going to shop online, right? So I think that's the idea here. That's why we're probably up 38 bucks this morning. Overall, though, the way that I see this, the trade is still a sideways trade until we make a new higher high. Okay, so right here, you see this high? This is basically, it's lower than this one. This is a lower high. All right, so bulls need to be above this high. And until that comes, this is just a sideways trade. So you should be intraday trading if you're just looking for quick income, using these lower levels and then looking for these higher levels to trim out of. The easier trade, in my opinion, is going to be when we build a base and we start making higher highs. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Right now, we're just coming up and we keep testing previous highs and then we reject. We have to build a base above here. So once price gets above here, retest, and let's say 2 to 3 weeks looks like this, and then all of a sudden what was resistance becomes support, then guess what? We're making those moves towards 4,300. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so just give it some time. Amazon has not been the easiest trade this year. I think it's all about timing. So please be patient with it, and just know what you're getting into. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.